Here I think we're going to prioritize grabbing magpies and heralds is my thought. So yeah, here we have the 4-2 on a tax board, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. And then we're going to be taxing a 3-cost card. I think we're just going to tax silver. And then here we're going to be grabbing either a Devil's Workshop or a Herald. I think I'm going to grab a Devil's Workshop here. We're going to trash in a copper. We're going to trash a copper because I think the primary draw is Seer and Herald, but Seer just benefits a lot more from trashing coppers. And on top of that, our Magpie is able to gain more through fewer coppers in the deck. Gain more copies of itself, specifically. Right, so just like that, that's pretty awesome. Here with the 3, unfortunately I have tax silvers, and so that makes it a bit harder to draw. And so we are going to just tax something a bit more. I guess we're just going to add on more barbarians to be taxed. And I'm actually considering biting the gun and just grabbing a silver, but I'm not sure. We'll just tax silvers a bit more. I just don't want any more trade routes, and buying the silver just doesn't seem that particularly appealing. So here at 4 again, I'm thinking we just grab the last magpie and then an imp. My opponent really enjoys complaining, which is pretty amusing. And again, this is the product of their grabbing trade routes excessively, and so not much to be said about that. And then here I think we're just going to tax silver a bit more. Again, not particularly interested in grabbing more trade routes, even though we do hit 3. So it's a bit unfortunate, but that is what it is. We're just going to buy a Herald and then a Bureaucrat here. Finally, we're going to hit Seer. And Seer's going to be an amazing draw for us, although it's questionable if it's even needed. I'm even wondering if a replace might be better, and then going for barbarians. And so that's a thought. But I think Seer gives us that kind of draw consistency that we truly desire in these decks. So that is another thought. It seems like our opponent doesn't even need the Seer particularly to draw their deck. They have a good stack of Heralds, it seems like, but they're trashing excessive amounts of economy. Doesn't seem particularly good for them, but I guess it does add to deck consistency, which is always a boon. Here we're just going to play the Bureaucrat, play this, and then trash here. And then I think we're just going to take a gold does look helpful, but I think I also want to replace. And then I think they got the idea is that we want to be replacing, I'm not sure what, possibly more replaces for now, but maybe just like acquiring more heralds is also a priority. Um, it's not clear to me exactly like how the best way to achieve that is, but yeah, that's kind of like the direction I'm thinking in. It's pretty nice. Okay, so unfortunately, we're not really hitting these price points that we're interested in. So I think we're just gonna replace a magpie into a I think distant lands is the best, and then we're just going to buy I think a gold, and then grab an imp, because we really don't need more draw too much. Like with Seer, we don't really need that, but yeah. Unfortunately, it was a bit unfortunate that none of our heralds hit that turn. But given how many, I think we should wait until we actually play like the Seer before we actually we should wait to play our Seer before we actually play heralds. Is a new epiphany that I'm having. I think we do want to, like, I guess, add more heralds to our deck. I think, right, they're necessary for orchard points, and then they are kind of like the only village in this deck, it seems like. So that is another thought that I have. But yeah. Okay, a bit unfortunate for us to top deck this distant lands. Again, heralds are like ridiculously good cards in this kingdom, and I think it was a mistake for me to ignore them so much. And I think, right, like my objective the next couple turns is going to be grabbing heralds as frequently as possible. Kind of unfortunate to miss here, but it is what it is, and we're just gonna grab a herald here. Okay, so I guess we lose here. I think I'm gonna resign here.